Dembele. Doué again with those twinkle toes. Well positioned, Raul Asensio, but he's dilly-dallied here. And did Courtois foul? Doesn't matter anyway, because Fabian Ruiz gives Paris Saint-Germain the early lead at the MetLife Stadium, and Real Madrid have only got themselves to blame. Rudiger, another mistake. Dembele, fleet-footed, takes his big chance. And Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League winners, are looking on top of the world here in New Jersey today. 2 goals inside the opening 9. Desiree Doué. Hakimi. It's just so smooth from Paris Saint-Germain. How they carve their way through Madrid. Fabian Ruiz in for his second. What about this for a scoreline now? Real Madrid have absolutely no idea what's hit them here. As Fabian... This is the trouble when your defenders are upgrading chances, and Hakimi, Militao can't stop it. He actually did really well, but Barcelona keeping it alive. That's it. Good night, good luck. Gonzalo Ramos seals Paris Saint-Germain's place in the FIFA Club World Cup Final. They've been head, shoulders, top hat, the whole lot.
Them around.
Okay.
That's a great break, and Bernardo Silva comes out for Grealish, who smacks Manchester City into the lead.
To make a difference.
He's doing what Akanji was doing, and he's opened them up. And Grealish this time looking to be the provider. And Haaland.
He's seen him involved, he hasn't had a sniff.
Possibility for Barcola, who cuts it back.
He's lifted his head. He's not kept his head down and just gone.
It's Vitinha. Oh, it's hit the bar, and the rebound tucked in by Barcola. Back of the net.
Well, PSG's response to going to...
Taken by Vitinha, and there is worse to come. It's João Neves at the back post.
On his toes, and that is not...
They're counting the seconds down, the Paris fans. Oh, and there could be something else to cheer here. There is. Gonzalo Ramos. They are checked. How did it get to Gonzalo Ramos? And it's given as a goal. It's wonderful for Ramos. It wraps it up at the board.
Vuelve a recuperar el Paris Saint-Germain. Gonzalo Ramos con el recorte. Pelota en la frontal. Cuidado Kvaratskhelia. Quiere pivotar. Deja de caer el disparo. Gol. El primero del partido lleva la firma del Paris Saint-Germain. Tejió la jugada el equipo de Luis Enrique Martínez. Recibió en la frontal Fabián. Le pegó de primeras el futbolista español del Paris Saint-Germain. A Kvaratskhelia. Le espera a Robin Lenormand, que tiene cartulina amarilla. Deja la pelota Vitinha. Corona del área. ¡Ojo! ¡Qué golazo, niño! ¡Gol! El segundo del partido lo firma el Paris Saint-Germain. La respuesta a la llegada del Atlético de Madrid fue Seremery. Pica el balón al área. Cuidado, el mano a mano, el centro. Lo saca Llorente, quiere llegar en Valle. Le cae la pelota en Valle. Interviene Griezmann y el tercero. El tercero del Paris Saint-Germain. De momento, tú dices fuera de juego, Juanfran, pero el árbitro no lo anula en absoluto. Acabó llegando esa máxima. Kanginli entre palos Oblak, que el remate para adentro. Marca el cuarto el Paris Saint-Germain. Lo marca Kanginli, el ex entre otros del Real.
Mendes puts the ball in. What a good delivery, and PSG have the lead. William Pancho's header into the net. Garcia is good enough. Leverkusen are level, and nobody could have predicted how that would have come about.
Doué
Kvaratskhelia. Back with Desiree Doué, and PSG are back with the lead. It's back to him, and it's in for 3. Hakimi's going into the box. He wasn't needed. It's 4-1. It's a quite wonderful. You're motoring and playing it through. And what a chance this is, which is taken, of course it is, by Nuno Mendes. Nigerian teenage talent who we might well see at the World Cup. We should. That's a good effort. That's a brilliant effort. Nonchalantly dispatched by Alish Garcia. Well, he's made it 5-2. It's a superb goal that's almost got an air of sole return from injury. PSG have 6. Dembele and Vitinha again. This time he'll shoot and he'll smash in a 7th.
To the back post, Koromani back in the middle. Charlatan is there, that's a good goal. That's a really well worked goal, and Tottenham lead in the 35th minute. Super goal. Chanchu. Martinez there again, this time he buries it. It's 1-1 just before the break. Crucial time for Paris Saint-Germain to level.
Well, I said earlier, Spurs had retreated.
High delivery this time, looking for Richarlison around the back post. He got the touch on Gray, top the line, and then stopped it. Tottenham lead, far from close range. Oh, it's kind of very quick to come out at him, especially Romero. Vitinha, oh, he's done it again. Second time in the game, Vitinha's ball. It's risky, played out by Romero. It's a chance for PSG and absolutely buried. Fabian Ruiz made Tottenham pay. Sloppy, playing out from the back. And swing away from the corner kick. It's loose and it's buried. It's another one. Paco up from the back. There, gave it away. Olomouani. He's driven in another. What an extraordinary game. PSG 4, Tottenham 3. And get his hat-trick. Wrong foot, Vicario. Paris Saint-Germain get a 5th goal.
Vitinha fed in beautifully to Doué, and it's Hakimi, and it's just beautiful. Oh, hang it in the Louvre. It is a majestic goal from Paris Saint-Germain. He's got Fabian Ruiz up with him and Doué arriving. Ousmane Dembele on the ball. Jean Neves has made a run into the box. This is Desiree Doué, and it's deflected in. And Paris Saint-Germain are in dreamland. They're 2 up after 20 minutes. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Doors have been opened here. Vitinha has found Doué. It is delicious. You will not see a better goal this season. It's a goal that is PSG's 150th of this glorious. There's no flag at the moment. It's Kvaratskhelia. It's 4. Paris Saint-Germain are winning the Champions League and winning it in the rain. Barcola. Mayulu. Barcola. Mayulu. Oh! It's 5. It's going to be not only Paris Saint-Germain's first Champions League success, it's going to be a record Champions.
Long diagonal from Vicario, and it's bouncing dangerously and off the bar and in! Spurs in front! Mickey van der Ven was quickest to react, and Tottenham Hotspur have the lead against all-conquering Paris Saint-Germain. And they've not picked up at the far post, and it's in for a second for Spurs. Christian Dembele, great ball, well defended by Romero. Turned around the corner by Vitinha, and that's a good try and an excellent goal to breathe life. Hakimi tickled on for Dembele, dangerous ball, it's in! Paris level! What a turnaround from the... And has only just come onto the pitch. Solanke steps up first against Lucas Chevalier, and Solanke, great penalty. No rustiness there from Spurs centre forward.
Terrific strike from Solanke. Small run up.
Portugal against Spain in the Nations League final. Can he do it in the Super Cup? Vitinha. Oh, it's wide. Sent Vicario the wrong way, but sent the spot kick the wrong way. Spurs from that club. Can he do the business for them on Italian turf here? Bentancur against Chevalier. Brilliant penalty again. Two really authoritative strikes from Spurs, and they have the ascendancy in the shootout.
Oh, this is terrific. Thumping penalty.
Another who scored is in the shootout at Liverpool in March. Ramos, straight down the middle, and it does the job for Paris Saint-Germain, and he has a couple of words for the Spurs fans behind that goal. So Van de Ven, who opened the scoring to keep Spurs in the driving seat. Van de Ven saved! Chevalier down to his left and gets the right contact on it. To take, who is seen as the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or. Can he win the battle with Vicario? He can. Elegantly swept home by Ousmane Dembele, and we're all square.
Conventional run up. Looks as though he may have been taking it.
Matistel stops and puts it wide. Well, Chevalier had gone the wrong way, but Tell didn't make anything of the 25 yards out. Can he deliver from 12 yards here? Lee Kang-in sends it in, and Paris are within touching distance now of the Super Cup.
Composed penalty.
Alive in the Super Cup. Pedro Porro scores quite brilliantly. Shrugged off all the pressure there, Porro. And now Paris have to do the business themselves to get over the line. Mendes for Luis Enrique's side. Looks like a short run-up. Mendes scores, and Paris win the Super Cup. The Champions League winners are victorious against the Europa League victors, and they have shown the spirit and quality of all conquering champions here. Up against it, off colour.
Into trouble. João Neves picks the pocket of the England man. Hakimi. João Neves. PSG players waiting in the penalty area. Doué's there! PSG have the breakthrough in Atlanta. Désiré Doué does it. It's still a live ball for PSG. Hakimi. No options anywhere near him, just has to keep the ball. He does more than that. Achraf Hakimi, Ousmane Dembele!
positives and frustrations for Paris Saint-Germain. Darwin Nunez causing consternation here. And Harvey Elliott! Oh! Extraordinary! What an entrance! Harvey Elliott strikes for Liverpool with what may well be his first touch.
Front line, they're in business.
That's a more than reasonable ball for Barcola, and Dembele continues his run, and Ibrahim Konate gets there initially, but Dembele scores! The first to step forward. Slowly, but just about surely. Just about.
But he crept up to that ball there.
Well, who would you rather trust with the first one? And Salah delivers, of course.
Brilliant penalty. Donnarumma doesn't even move for that.
With this moment in mind. Into it cold, but ice cool.
Very good penalty. As I mentioned, see that a lot nowadays in modern football.
And Donnarumma makes the save. It's firmly advantage Paris.
Well, his teammates, big advantage to Paris if Dembele converts.
Oh, ice cool again. That was perfect from a player at the peak of his powers. Then Paris Saint-Germain can clinch it with the next kick. Pressure penalty for the Scouser. And Donnarumma denies him. And Paris Saint-Germain on the brink. Desiree Doué to settle it. And settle it he does! They've defied the Anfield atmosphere. They've created history.
Won it and tries to spark something. Rashford, Tielemans, can he pull it back? He's got it across, and Rodgers has got it in! Vitinha. Here's Doué. Into a shooting position! Oh, that's wonderful! Special goal from a very special young talent. Back to Hakimi. Fabian Ruiz finds Kvaratskhelia. Hakimi's furthest forward. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he's got it away! What a goal! What a player! The Georgian genius gives PSG the lead. In McGinn. Dembele has other ideas. Oh, and he's broken the lines. What a chance! What a goal! It really is advantage Paris Saint-Germain.
Getting close to Dani Olmo. That's a sloppy one.
And straight to
The man you'd least want it to fall to in Lamine Yamal. Here's Rashford fed by Pedri. Ferran Torres! Paris wait for the flag. They hope for an offside decision in their favour, but Vitinha's concession of possession. Not often a goalkeeper who faces a barrage at home, culpable for the winning goal. Nuno Mendes, another buccaneering run, and it's worked its way through to Mayulu, who scores! Just the response that Paris were looking for. And is it going to be a case of history repeating? And Jontu feeding Vitinha. They're still looking for that window of opportunity as we head towards stoppage time, and they've got it here. Gonzalo Ramos! Will they strike in lethal fashion? Hansi Flick.
It's found beautifully, and his flick deflects neatly into the pass of Mayulu. His first involvement. Desiree Doué across. Rossi with the touch. Well, he may not have been involved much, but he's made a telling contribution. He spread it to Desiree Doué, and first time it looked like it marked Jorginho against Safonov. The skip, the jump, the equaliser. Expertly taken as he sent Safonov the wrong way. Cruz up against Safonov, and he smashes in. No wonder they cheer. His first penalty. He steps up again here in Qatar. The Portuguese against Rossi. This time he makes no mistake. Only about keeping Flamengo on an upward trajectory. The left foot of the Spaniard, but it's stopped by Safonov. On his right foot. Oh, he's played it over the bar. Pedro steps up to the plate. Didn't really have a sniff since coming off the substitutes bench. And he's been denied by Safonov. Well, he thinks the Russian came off his line. They will check a sixth title in 2025. No problem. At least not from the spot from the Portuguese wing back. Oh, he's fired it straight to Safonov, who stood tall, who stood firm. And Paris Saint-Germain are on the cusp of winning the FIFA Intercontinental. He steps up. Oh, Rossi with a huge hand in keeping Flamengo alive. To net here, or Paris Saint-Germain are going to win the trophy. Matvei Safonov, the hero, undisputed, and the Russian has gifted Paris Saint-Germain their first